Hey everybody! Happy Sunday night. This is the welcome to the live stream of studentloanjustice.org. We are the oldest, largest, first, and only true grassroots group fighting only and absolutely for student loan justice. As you can tell, we are not in our normal digs tonight. I'm going to keep this live stream very short, by the way, but I'm pleased to announce, I like these glasses better. Pleased to announce that we did finally pull the trigger on, it wasn't what I wanted, but it's low miles, later year, an SLJ. It is a van. It's really an SUV more than anything. It's like a minivan, but anyways, I'll discuss that more soon. Thank you, by the way, to I think it was like 330 people that donated to make that a reality. So that was huge for us. That's like a big deal. But we got it. It's good. Knock on wood. And so we'll be shoving off tomorrow. And I'm still kind of on the fence as to whether to go back through Ohio or just go straight up through Indiana and stuff and just go do it that way. Anyways, I'll have more to say on that later. Tonight, I'm going to keep it just extraordinarily brief. We've still got some stuff we need to do. I need to go take a lift to go get our rental car, return on rental car. Tonight still, it's a long story, but anyways, by the way, if you're new to the group, welcome. I know we seem pretty flustered right now, but this group fights for two things: the return of bankruptcy to student loans, and ultimately the cancellation of all federally owned student loans. But we've learned over many years of hard-learned experience that the first thing, getting the leverage of bankruptcy returned, is absolutely critical for getting the second thing, which is the cancellation of all loans. In other words, whether you want to get your loans canceled, whether you want to break on interest, maybe you just want to make it through one of those ridiculously, obscenely administered income-driven repayment programs, whatever you want to see happen with your student loans, none of those things will happen meaningfully unless and until we get the constitutionally enshrined right of bankruptcy returned to the loans. Now, there's been some very horrible, I call them astroturf groups that have been dogging us for years now, who have been, they claim fighting for student loan cancellation, but then sort of behind the scenes, they fight very hard and viciously against the return of bankruptcy protections. Well, if you've lived with these loans for any length of time, like more than like a decade or two, and you've thought about things deeply, hopefully you've come to the same conclusion that we came to several decades ago, which is that unless and until we get the threat of bankruptcy back, the leverage of bankruptcy, we're not going to see anything good, not from Donald Trump, the last president, not from Joe Biden, the current president, and not from whoever the next president may be. We've seen what Joe Biden is going to do, and I'm sorry, guys, but that $10,000 to $20,000 loan cancellation gimmick was, frankly, I don't think ever designed to actually work. We'll see how the Supreme Court case goes, but even if the loans are canceled, that is, even if the Supreme Court rules in favor of cancellation, that doesn't help the worst hurt borrowers, ladies and gentlemen. It never did, and it was, and that is absolutely the most that we will see from Joe Biden. So, guys, this all comes down to bankruptcy, and even here, still today, we're seeing some very, I would say, suspicious groups. Some of the groups are straight up corrupted. We've seen these groups behind the scenes throw cold water on bankruptcy. Who knows what else they're doing? I don't know. What I do know is that the student loan collection industry, in fact, the entire student loan industry, up to and including the Department of Education, by the way, absolutely does not want the constitutionally demanded right of bankruptcy returned to these loans. So I will have more to say about that. It would seem there may be some very dirty, dirty pool going on here at the moment. And this becomes very important for your student loans. Like what's happening, what I see happening right now really matters because, ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this for way too long, and we cannot afford to be outmaneuvered, out manipulated, out like lobbied and hustled by the student loan industry friendly aligned interests, even if they come in the guise of student activist groups. So I'll have more to say on that tomorrow. I've got to skedaddle for now. Maybe I'll take a quick look at the comments, just a very quick look. I may not be able to respond to them, guys. Seriously, I got to hit the road. Again, thanks to everybody who helped get us this van, and it will be good to be back at the home base. And knock on wood, it will be great to finally be able to hit the road and come summertime. And so again, thank you all. And by all means, if you can donate, we still absolutely need your help. You know, we're donate if you can. Your support is just absolutely critical for our existence and survival. And Google us, Google this group to see what we've done. You know, we started the whole petition that launched the concept of canceling student loans by executive order into the zeitgeist. It was wrecked and it turned into something just fucking stupid. And what ultimately resulted, that is Biden's student loan cancellation gimmick, is even less impressive than what people like Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer turned it into. But hey, guys, that all started here. And I can only think that if a significant percentage of our members was fighting harder, like even fighting at all over the past 3 years, we would have gotten far more done. Right now, job one is getting bankruptcy returned to the loans. Don't forget that. Whether you would ever or never file for bankruptcy is not important. What is important is that the citizens get the leverage of bankruptcy returned. And until that happens, we'll be begging Joe Biden or the next president or the president after that forever to do nice things like cancel loans. And they will do exactly what they want to do, which many years of history, certainly the 18 years that we've been around, have shown is absolutely nothing good for the student loan borrowers, which is us and me and you. So what's going on right now is very important for your loans, ladies and gentlemen. I would strongly urge you to pay very close attention to this group and stuff going forward, because we have our fingers on the pulse of this thing. And some of the very same tricks that we saw played on us in years and decades past would appear to be coming around again. We can't afford to get screwed again, guys. You can't, I can't, none of us can. This problem's too big. And so anyways, I'll have more to say about that tomorrow night. So if I can see your comments, if there are any, I'll happily respond. This is a very late night live stream, by the way. We usually do our live streams far earlier than this, typically around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope you can appreciate that. Oh, we've got quite a few comments here. Let me just quickly go through them. Hey, Gordon's with us tonight. Hey, Joanna says, I also wrote another letter to the editor yesterday. Good point, Joanna. Let me just quickly say, we're asking everyone to get a letter to the editor of their local paper published, calling first and foremost, because it's far more important, for the return of constitutional bankruptcy rights to student loans. And beyond that, if you want to call for cancellation, that would be great. We're not going to get cancellation until we get bankruptcy. So I would hope that you would focus on bankruptcy. But hey, knock yourself out. The loans have to be canceled, by the way, at this late date in the death spiral of this lending system. Hey, Lisa Ansel says, did you happen to see that Mohila is cutting their customer service hours? They are ramping up to reject everyone again from public service loan forgiveness, back to the 1% acceptance rate. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute, Lisa. The federal student loan program is essentially falling apart right now before our very eyes, guys. They are transferring loans back and forth from Fed Loan Servicing via to Mohila, and from other places like Sallie Mae, I believe, to like Aidvantage and all these newcomers. It is a one huge, pardon my French, clusterfuck. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. It's disgusting. And I can guarantee you that the contractors out there are going to do everything they can do to make as much money as possible out of this thing, because I think they see the writing on the wall as well. And remember, guys, the collection industry, the servicing industry, they have not been making great money over the past 3 years because of the repayment pause. They are hungry. They're chomping at the bit. And they want nothing more than to see these loans turned on again in the continued absence of bankruptcy protections. We are the turkey at the Thanksgiving dinner, and they are licking their lips. So, okay, guys, I see some other. I'm sorry, I can't get to all the comments tonight. I will be back tomorrow at a more reasonable hour, probably 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. But hey, guys, this fight is getting real, dudes, and you better get in it, because if you're not in it helping us, we're losing it. And the bad guys absolutely will bamboozle, baffle, and bullshit the zeitgeist, the public, Congress, through the media. They will do what they do, and they will eat our fucking lunch if we let them. We can't let them. This thing has always come down to normal people fighting or not fighting. We need the first thing. You can't unhear what I said. Doing nothing is almost a vicious act against yourself and against us student loan borrowers everywhere. So you have no excuse. And anyways, that's all I'm going to say for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Very last thing I'll say is, if you've never done our daily actions, I strongly recommend you do our daily actions. Go to bit.ly. Go to bit.ly. Here it is right here. Go there. bit.ly/SLJ Daily Action, or just go to our website, studentloanjustice.org, and you can see the daily actions. We're about a week behind, but that's okay. All the daily actions we've done over the past month, past 30 days, are extremely important, timely, relevant, and well-targeted. And I would strongly suggest you get in the habit of doing those. Do the past month's worth right now if you've never done a daily action before. This is it, guys. This is a battle. So either you're helping us fight it or we're losing it. All right. Good luck. Godspeed. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless everyone.